Okay, okay. So let's go for some more problem based on harmonic oscillator, and then we will switch towards a very simple topic, that is two-dimension and three-dimensional box and harmonic oscillator. So that is nothing but implication of all these particular uh, thing whatever we have learned into one-dimensional thing. So let's go for this thing. So what we have potential Vx is equal to infinity if x is less than 0, is equal to half m omega square x square if x is greater than 0. So this is something parabolic, semi-parabola, isn't it? Something like this. This is infinity, and this is all about this particular thing. So my question is that what will be ground state energy?
3/2 h cut omega.
Very good. Ground state. And what will be first excited state? How you will approach?
7/2 h cut omega.
Very good, very good. Okay. So let's try to discuss this thing. The thing is very simple. Now, when you will solve this problem, mathematically your solution will be exactly same as the harmonic oscillator. So this is the harmonic oscillator. But what is problem? Suppose we are just going to plot the ground state. So ground state will be something like this. The first excited state will be something like this. Why I am plotting like this? Just to go for this actual harmonic oscillator part. So this is my harmonic oscillator, exact harmonic oscillator. The ground state is nothing e to the power minus alpha x square, where alpha is equal to m omega alpha square x square. Alpha is equal to m omega h cut root under. Remember this thing? Or I can write directly. This will be e to the power minus m omega x square upon 2h cut, isn't it? So this is your ground state, and when you will plot this, this will be exactly same. What will be first excited state? The first excited state is all about, you will just plot something like this. Okay, the energy is 3/2 h cut omega. Here energy is 5/2 h cut omega. Now, so this is the actual distribution of the wave function, and you can find here also the wave, the finding the particle is tunneled in the classical forbidden region also, because if you will plot this probability density, then probability density will be something like this. This is mod psi square. So probability density is something like this, and you can find that particle will have finite probability to outside this particular well potential. Now, what is the real problem here? What is difference between these two things? The difference between these two things is that in this region you have infinite potential. So whenever you have infinite potential, the wave function is zero. You know that when Vx tends to infinite, phi x tends to 0. We have already proved it. So what will happen? In this region, the wave function must be 0. Now, if this region wave function is 0, and now it is also given that solution of Schrodinger wave equation must be always continuous. So is that it is continuous? N is equal to 0. What is meaning of continuous? At x is equal to 0, my wave function must be 0. So this is not continuous. Hence it is mathematically accepted, but they are not physically accepted. But n is equal to 1 is accepted because this wave function is 0 here. So which quantity is going to allowed in this potential is n is equal to 1, 3, 5, and so are going to allow. So what will be ground state? The ground state will be 1 plus half h cut omega first excited is equal to 3 plus half h cut omega. So this will be nothing but 3 by 2 h cut omega, and this will be nothing but 5 by 2 h cut omega. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me. Okay, so if you understand this thing, let's come to next problem, and just based on this thing. So let's come to next one. The potential Vx is defined as infinity if x is less than 0, and this will be 2m omega square x is greater than 0. The state psi is defined as root 3 by 2 ground state, sorry, root 1 by 3 ground state, root 2 by 3 second excited state. This is G for the ground state, S for the second excited state. Find average value of E. Just take your time. जरा सॉल्व करो तो क्या रहा आंसर. Just take your time. So what will be energy? So this is the ground state, this is the first excited. First of all, what will be frequency? So you have to just go for, this is nothing but the parabolic potential, but that will be half m 2 omega square x square. So omega effective is equal to 2 omega. So this is the first thing you have to practice it, that you can just find what will be the actual omega. And now, which type of problem is there? This is semi parabolic potential. So if this is semi parabolic potential, what should be energy? The ground state is n is equal to 1, that will be 3 by 2 h cut omega. First state n is equal to 2, that will be 7 by 2 h cut omega. Second state is n is equal to 3. Sorry, this is n is equal to 3 and this is n is equal to 5. That will be 11 by 2 h cut omega. Omega into 2. So that will be 2 omega. Omega, this will be 2 omega. Sorry, h cut into 2 omega. That is 2 omega. So this will be 3 h cut omega. This will be 7 h cut omega. This will be 11 h cut omega. So what will be average value of this? Average value of energy? Average value of energy can be written as 1 by 3. This is normalized, so not any problem. 1 by 3. The probability of getting ground state is 1 by 3, and this will be 3 h cut omega plus 2 by 3, and that will be 11 h cut omega. So what will happen? So that will be 25 by 3 h cut omega. So this will be answer. Are you getting this thing? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. It's okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have doubt, you can ask doubt. Don't worry. है ना? You have to ask doubt. Okay. So let's come to next problem.
Wait, sir.
सर हो गया, वो तो हो गया था सर, हो
चलो
गया था वो,
ठीक है,
बस
ओके,
ये रहता
ठीक है,
था। ओके सर,
ठीक है,
थैंक यू।
ठीक है, ओके,
ओके सर।
ओके, चलो। So let's go for next problem. This is one of the beautiful problem. A lot of time in the examination, people have asked this question. Suppose this is the potential. What will be corresponding energy eigenvalue? Suppose this is the potential, and which type of potential you can see there is not any problem. So there is mass m, there is charge q, and there is electric field acting on this particular thing. So you can, this lambda is equal to nothing but q into E naught. So this is your, this type of situation is there. Okay, we will discuss it more detail into perturbation, but right now just go mathematically. How you can discuss, how you can go for this? Can anybody give me hint?
Perfect square तो बोलते हैं same.
Very good. So whenever you have a square term and lesser of that term, then you can make the perfect square and take the constant term together. So what will happen? So if you are making the perfect square, then you have right half m omega square, that will be x square plus, you can take 2 lambda upon m omega square x, and now you can add and subtract with some quantity. So you can add with lambda upon m omega square, and you can subtract lambda upon m omega square, sorry, lambda upon m omega square whole square. So if you are going to do this thing, then what will happen? This will be half m omega square x plus lambda upon m omega square whole square, this term, and then one negative term is there, that will be minus lambda square, 1m is cancelled, omega square is cancelled, 2m omega square. Now what we have done, we have just make it perfect square. Now leave this part. If you are leaving this part, initially leave this part. If you are going to plot this potential is something like, so this will be, if this will be 0, then this is centered, and if this is not 0, this will be centered at lambda upon m omega square. So this will be something like this. But please mind it, the angular frequency will be same. The angular frequency is same. So parameter is not going to change. What is going to change? The mean position is going to change. The mean position is x is equal to 0. Now mean position is minus lambda upon m square. So what will happen when your potential is horizontally transformed? Is that any problem to energy eigenvalue? कर चुके हैं हम लोग?
No,
No
sir.
sir.
No, there is not any problem into energy eigenvalue. So what will happen? Due to this part, the energy eigenvalue is n plus half h cut omega. That is the same thing. And this is that constant thing. When we will add it, then what will happen? The whole potential will be something like this, isn't it? It will be just base level is going to change. So this is the actual potential. This is without this thing, and this is the actual potential. So what will happen when potential is go vertically down and up with a constant thing? The energy is going to change. याद है? Infinite से finite में किया था, energy change हुआ था कि नहीं?
Yes sir.
Yes. So what will
Sir.
happen? The constant value will be added, and that will be minus lambda square upon 2m omega square. So this will be the answer. If you have any doubt, you can raise. I am just. Yes. If you have any doubt, just you can Raise the question. Just you can ask the question. So what is the trick? Trick is that we have first translated and then we will just change the base level, the reference level. So whatever you are changing vertically, you can direct, because it is constant, you can use directly, and horizontally change without changing the parameter. There is not any problem. So this is the energy. So this question have come lot of time in your examination. Okay. So let's go for the last problem for harmonic oscillator. Should I rub it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chalo. Last problem. Psi is equal to 1 upon root 3 0 kit plus root 2 by 3 2 kit. So find the expectation value of x square. This is the last exercise. So what is x square? So you have to calculate x square as h cut upon 2m omega a plus a dagger whole square. Remember in last class? And this x square can be written as, I am just writing h cut upon 2m omega a square a dagger square a dagger a plus a dagger. Remember this thing? And what is a dagger a? N. What is a dagger? N plus 1. So this will be h cut upon 2m omega a square a dagger square, and this will be 2n plus 1. Now let us figure it out. So we have to calculate expectation value of x square, means we have to calculate expectation value of a square a dagger square, expectation value of 2n plus 1. So first we have to calculate. So you have to calculate this thing separately. A square psi. What will happen a square psi? This will go to 0. This will root 2, root 1 and 0 ket. So this will be root 2 by 3, root 2, root 1, 0 ket. Are you comfortable? Now, next go for a dagger square psi. A dagger square, it will go for 2 and 4. What will be this? This thing will be go to 2. So this will be 1 upon 3 root 1 root 2 2 ket, and this will be root 2 by 3 root 3 root 4 4 ket. Are you getting this thing? And then we have to calculate what will happen 2n plus 1 on state psi. So what will happen for 2n plus 1? You can just go for this. So 2n plus 1, n is equal to what? 0. So you have 1 upon root 3 1 into 0 ket, and this will be root 2 by 3 n is equal to 2, so this will be 5 2 ket. Are you getting this thing? Now we have to calculate the expectation value of x square. So I am just removing this part. Very simple, very mechanical, but you have to keep patience. So this is x square, that will be h cut upon 2m omega. You have to calculate expectation value of a square, expectation value of a dagger square plus expectation value of 2n plus 1. Now let us go for this. So when
Sir,
I will yes,
last point repeat karna. 2n plus 1 psi.
ये बताओ, हाँ तुम
Yes.
बताओ, तुम बताओ कहाँ प्रॉब्लम है।
सर
2n
ये
प्लस वन साई पर लगाया तो इस पर भी लगाएंगे,
यस सर
इस पर लगाओगे तो n की वैल्यू क्या है?
0
जीरो। तो 2n प्लस वन है 2n प्लस वन, 2 इंटू जीरो प्लस वन क्या बचेगा? 1।
1 यस सर
जीरो केट आ गया। इसका बताओ, इस पर लगेगा तो क्या होगा?
5 2
5 आ गया, 5 लिख दिया। ठीक है,
ओके सर
चलो अब हम ए स्क्वायर का पल एक्सपेक्टेशन, तो इधर से भी साई लगाएंगे तो साई का कौन सा पार्ट लगेगा? चलो ये बताओ गगन, कौन सा पार्ट साई का लगेगा इधर से? किसके साथ एक कपल करेगा?
ब्रा के साथ सर।
अरे ब्रा में किस ब्रा के साथ? साई को जब ब्रा में लिखोगे तो किसके साथ कपल करेगा?
जीरो के साथ
जीरो के साथ। बाकी के साथ क्या हो जाएगा? ये जीरो
जीरो हो
हो
जाएगा।
जाएगा।
जीरो हो जाएगा। तो सीधा सीधा लिख देंगे ना, तो 1/√3, 2/√3, √2, √1। चलो पहला का तो हो गया। ए स्क्वायर, ए डायगर स्क्वायर किसके साथ जाएगा? ए डायगर स्क्वायर में 2 भी है 4 भी है। 2 वाला किसके साथ कपल करेगा?
2 के साथ
2 के साथ कपल करेगा। तो क्या लिखेंगे? 2/3 और इसके कोफिशिएंट लिख दीजिए, दैट इज 1/3, √1, √2। और 4 किसके साथ कपल करेगा?
किसी के भी साथ नहीं।
किसी की भी साथ नहीं। वेरी गुड। चलो प्लस इसमें बताओ जीरो किसके साथ कपल करेगा? जीरो के साथ। और 2 किसके साथ कपल करेगा? 2 के
2
साथ।
के साथ
तो दो टर्म आएंगे, क्या आ जाएगा? 1/3 इंटू 1 और प्लस 2/3 इंटू 5। अब इसको आप कैलकुलेट कर लो, कैलकुलेट करके जो भी वैल्यू आएगी दैट विल बी द आंसर। कर दूं या फिर कर लोगे? चलो कर
कर
लेते हैं,
लेंगे सर।
चलो कर लेते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। सो दिस विल बी 2/3 प्लस दिस विल बी, एक 5 भी होना चाहिए ना इसमें, सॉरी नहीं नहीं, ठीक है ठीक है। दिस विल बी ऑल्सो 2/3 प्लस 1/3 प्लस 10/3, यही है ना? सो कितना आ गया? नीचे सारे 3 3 3 है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। सो 10 12 14 15/3।
5 कट by 2
अच्छा ओके ओके, ठीक है। हमसे ज्यादा फास्ट कैलकुलेशन करना, ठीक है ठीक है, ऐसा आंसर आना चाहिए। चेक कर लेना आंसर, क्योंकि मैंने आर्बिट्रली दिया था। सो दिस इज मोर देन एनफ। आप इतना क्लास में मैंने किया है, फिर आप असाइनमेंट ट्राई करो और फिर आगे देखते हैं क्या होता है। सो लेट्स गो फॉर 2 डायमेंशनल एंड 3 डायमेंशनल बॉक्स एंड दिस थिंग। सो let's go for this, and please whatever we have done into one dimension we will use directly, but I will just try to solve one particular problem, then you can easily have confidence that how we can do it directly. Okay, so let us go for 2। मिटा दो इसे।
यस सर।
चलो so let's go for 2D box। एक में पूरा कर लेता हूं, बाकी चीज आप अपने आप कर लोगे, बाकी चीज में प्रॉब्लम के थ्रू हम कर लेंगे। ओके, what is 2D box? So before going to 2D box, let us go for a analogy. Analogy is very simple. Suppose we have a coin, and what will be outcome of coin? Either head and tail. And we have dice. What is outcome of dice? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what is the probability that you will get head 1/2? What will be probability that you will get 6 on a face? 1/6. These two events are independent events. ये दोनों event कैसे हैं? Independent in nature. So if these two events are independent, and now I am going to make an arrangement. What is arrangement? That we are just tossing coin as well as dice together, and though both are independent. So what will be probability to getting head as well as 6? What will be answer?
The
The answer will be
multiplication.
probability of H into probability of getting 6. That will be 1 by 2 into 1 by 6. Why you are multiplying it directly? Why you are multiplying directly?
Independent event.
Because they are independent variable. Very good. Because they are independent variable. So this is the whole crux. And now suppose I have psi x, or we can write, suppose I have probability density of x and y, where x and y are two independent variable. X and y are two independent variable. Then what I can write? I can write probability of getting x into probability of getting y. And please, this is also probability distribution, and this is also probability distribution. Suppose if you want to write in term of function as a probability distribution, that is fxy is equal to fxx fyy, then you have always keep in mind fxx dx will be 1 and fy y dy will be also 1, and you have fxy dx dy, this will be also 1, isn't it? Because this is also probability density, this is also probability density, this is also probability density. So now hence this probability density is directly multiplied for the independent variable. Then what we can do, we can take mod xy mod psi square is equal to x as a function of x mod psi square and y as a function of y mod psi square, if we are writing in term of wave function. So what will happen? You can easily see that wave function psi xy will be directly multiply by the independent wave function. So this is the rule, that total wave function is nothing but directly multiply, and you have done it also in the partial differential equation. किया है partial differential equation में? Remember partial differential equation आलोक सर ने पढ़ाया होगा,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
है ना? तो
Yes,
partial
sir.
differential equation में आलोक सर ऐसे यूज करते होंगे, आई थिंक मैं उनका नोटेशन जानता हूं. तो एफ एक्स वाई को एफ एक्स एक्स लिखा होगा, एफ वाई वाई लिखा होगा, क्या होगा ना?
Yes, sir.
और फिर इसको करने के बाद फिर वो क्या करते हैं, उस चीज को
Divide करते हैं.
उस चीज को वेरिएबल एंड सेपरेबल का यूज करते हैं, है ना?
Yes, sir.
ये आप कब कर सकते हो? ये आप तभी कर सकते हो जब x और y इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल है, क्योंकि पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल में आप कहानी ये कहते हो डिफरेंशिएट विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू x कीपिंग y कांस्टेंट, मींस x के वेरिएशन से y पर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है, मीन दे आर डिपेंडेंट, दे आर इंडिपेंडेंट. So we will use this trick into calculation of particle in 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional and all harmonic oscillator, 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional harmonic oscillator. So let's go for, एक मैं डिराइव करूंगा, फिर आप खुद ही बोलोगे नहीं सर आप डायरेक्ट कर दो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट एक तो डिराइव बनता है ना? So let's go for 2-dimensional box. यहां तक कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ लो. Okay, so now let's go for this particular thing. Okay, so we have potential Vx and y. So we have two variable, two dynamical variable x and y, and that will be 0 if x is between 0 to a and y is between 0 to b. So this is something like rectangular box, isn't it? So this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and particle is confined into this plane. Not lot of particle, one particle that can move in a plane. So this will be a, this will be b. So how many degree of freedom is there?
2.
2.
Two.
Classical mechanics पढ़ चुके. How many degree of freedom is there? 2 degree of freedom is there. Okay. So if there is 2 degree of freedom, what we need to solve two independent quantum number. So let's say this is nx and ny are the two independent quantum number. जितने degree of freedom उतने quantum number. That's it. ठीक है? Now let's go for solve this equation. आप क्या solve करोगे? h psi xy is equal to E psi xy. And what is h here? Is minus h cut square upon 2m del square x del x square plus minus h cut square 2m del square psi del y square is equal to E psi xy. Isn't it? Now we will use the term, you will use the concept that psi x and y, I can write x as a function of x and y as a function of y into y as a function of y. So what will happen? We can put it into this equation. What will happen? Minus h square upon 2m y. This partial will converted into total. Okay. So this partial will converted into total. What we will do? We will just divide with xy on both sides such that we can have only function of x here. So we can divide, or you can take the coefficient on both sides. So this will be h cut square upon 2m 1 upon x d square x upon dx square plus minus h cut square upon 2m 1 upon y dy square is equal to some value e. That is equal to some value e. Now, hence it is only function of x. This is only function of x. We can solve it independently. This equation, we can solve it independently this equation because x and y are the independent variable. So I can write this whole thing as ex plus ey is equal to e. Can anybody tell me what is ex?
nx square pi square h
नहीं नहीं
square
अभी नहीं ex है क्या? वो तो निकालेंगे. हाँ? No no, what is ex? Ex को आप क्या कहोगे? एनर्जी. एनर्जी किस चीज से एनर्जी रिलेटेड है ये? क्या आप ये कहोगे एनर्जी रिलेटेड टू एक्स डायरेक्शन? Energy is not a vector quantity.
Sir, associated with a mode which depends on it.
Yes. So Ex is nothing but they are associated with x degree of freedom. One एक degree of freedom है ना यहाँ पर x with x generalized coordinate, and this is associated with what? Y generalized coordinate. Generalized coordinates are not basically directions; they are just a coordinates. Or you can say mode. Ex is the energy related to x mode. Ey is the energy related to y mode, and total energy is nothing but ex and ey. They are direct sum. So what is the rule? The eigenfunction is direct product and energy is direct sum. And now we can solve it separately. तो एक को separately solve कर देते हैं. That will be again revision of particle in box. फिर दूसरा अपने आप लिख लेंगे. So minus h cut square upon 2m 1 upon x d square x dx square is equal to ex. So you have minus h cut square upon 2m d square x dx square plus ex x is equal to 0. Sorry, कुछ गड़बड़ है. That will be something plus 2m ex upon h cut square x is equal to 0. And this whole term I can write kx. So this will be d square x dx square plus kx square x must be equal to 0. Now what will be solution? X is equal to a, or let's say write ax I kxx plus bx e to the power minus I ksx. And this is inside the box. Outside the box potential is infinite, so wave function is 0. So there is not any problem. So inside this box, this is the solution. Now you have to use the boundary condition, and we have to use the boundary condition independently for x and independently for y. So what will happen? X0 is equal to 0. So here you can write ax is equal to minus bx. So what will be xx? Xx is equal to, let's say, some c sine kxx. And this is between 0 to a. And what will be next boundary condition? What will be next boundary condition? The next boundary condition is xa is equal to 0. That will be c sine kxa is equal to 0. And now again you will get the exactly same value, that is kxa is equal to nx pi. Here I am using nx because you have 1 degree of freedom, and that degree of freedom is associated with one quantum number. So you have to write different quantum number. So what is value of nx? Can anybody tell me what is value of nx?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, and so on. Not 0. 0 is not allowed. So kx is equal to nx pi upon a. And now you can find the value of ex, because kx is nothing but 2m upon, so kx is nothing but 2m ex upon h squared to the power half. So from here you can get what is value of ex. So what is value of ex? मिटा दूं इसको?
X cut square kx square by 2m.
Kx is nx pi upon a. Then you can put the value of this particular thing. Okay. And now you can find, I can write ex is equal to nx square pi square h cut square upon 2m square. This is exactly same energy eigenvalue na for x for one dimension, where nx is equal to what?
1 dimension.
1, 2, 3, and so on. And now your wave function must be normalized also, because it have to be work like a probability density. So it should be normalized also. So once you will normalize it, what you will get? Mod c square sine square n pi x upon a
0 to
dx, that will be 0 to a, must be equal to 1. So c is equal to root 2 upon a, isn't it? So similarly we can write for the y also. So what is the x part? So x part is, I can write here, what will be x part? So x is equal to, or you can write this will be root 2 upon a sine nx pi x upon a. What will be y part?
root 2 upon b.
So that will be y. From the symmetry you can write this thing. That will be what? Root 2 upon b. That will be sine ny pi y upon b. Isn't it? And now what will be total wave function? And similarly, you have written ex. What will be ey? Can anybody tell me what is ey? Ey is ny square pi square h cut square upon 2m b square. Isn't it? This is 2m b square. So what will be the final solution? If you have any doubt, you can just ask me, then I will go for the final solution. So let's go for final solution. So you can write psi nx and ny. You have two quantum number, that is x and y, and that will be 2 upon a sine nx pi x upon a, 2 upon b sine ny pi y upon b. And so eigen function is direct multiply of the individual modes. And what is enx ny? Enx ny is equal to nx square upon a square ny square upon b square, that will be pi square h cut square upon 2m. So this will be enx. So eigen energy eigenvalue is direct sum. So this is direct multiplication, direct product, and this is what? Direct sum. That's it. One is direct product. So अब आपको क्या करना होगा? अगर आप one dimension जानते हो and if you know the parameters, how parameter is varying, you will just directly write the wave function and energy eigenvalue. Nothing to solve each and every time. So this is the trick, and you have just justify this trick. So same चीज को अलग अलग बार करने की कोई खास जरूरत नहीं है. So let's try to go for some problem. Okay. सो अभी से और कल की क्लास तक हम लोग सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम करेंगे और प्रॉब्लम के थ्रू सारी चीजें सीखने की कोशिश करेंगे, बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी सिंपल टॉपिक, नॉट सो वी विल जस्ट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड गो इन अ प्रॉब्लम. सो लेट्स गो फॉर दिस. So this is the potential. So this is the same potential we have solved. You have to first calculate, find the expectation value of x, expectation value of y, expectation value of x and y. What will be answer? Anybody tell me what is expectation value of x?
A by 2.
A by 2. Because if you will solve it, suppose you are going to solve it, how you will go for this? 0 to a x sine square nx pi x upon a 2 by a into 0 and dx is also dx sine square ny pi y upon b dy 2 by a. What is this integration? Can anybody tell me?
1 sir.
1. Very good. What is this integration?
X square by 2.
What is this integration? X square by 2 कैसे हो जाएगा? A by 2.
A by 2.
This is nothing but the expectation value of x in one dimension. नहीं?
Okay, sir.
Yes. So this will be A by 2. And this will be 1. So what will be answer? This will be A by 2. Now what will be answer of this?
B by 2.
B by 2. यहाँ से x छट जाएगा, यहाँ पर y आ जाएगा. So this will be 1. And this will be what? B by 2. So this will be B by 2. What will be xy? यहाँ पर x आ जाएगा, यहाँ y आ जाएगा. क्या हो जाएगा बताओ?
AB by 4.
AB by 4. Simple. अरे सिमेट्रिक समझ लोगे तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. So this will be, this can be written also like this. Why we can write this? Because they are independent variable. So if they are independent variable, you can easily use this. So this will be A by 2, sorry, B by 2. So this will be B by 2. So this will be B by 2. So this will be AB by 4. Okay. So let's go for next problem. In a same problem, for B is equal to 2A, for B is equal to 2A, find the ground state, energy, ground state energy, find first excited state, find second excited state, यहां तक चलो निकालते हैं. सो क्या दिया है? B is equal to 2A. Okay, so what will be energy? The energy for the nth state is your nx square plus ny square by 4. B is equal to 2A put किया, and that will be pi square h cut square upon 2ma square. So I can write this thing as E naught. चलिए, what will be ground state energy? क्या हो जाएगा ground state energy?
5/4.
E11,
5/4.
E11 यही तो होगा ना? E11. So what will be this value? 1 square plus 1 square by 4 into E naught. That will be 5/4 E naught. चलो, what is next level? E12 या 21 या 13?
E12.
12 है ना, बिकॉज जिसका ये डोमिनेटर ज्यादा है उसकी तरफ ज्यादा नंबर रखेंगे. So next is E12 because you have to talk about the next higher level. आपको नेक्स्ट हायर लेवल की बात करनी है. So this will be 1 square 2 square by 4. कितना हो जाएगा ये? 8/4 ए नॉट है ना. 2 ए नॉट या 8/4 जानबूझ करके लिख रहे हैं ताकि हम कंपेयर कर पाए. ओके, व्हाट विल बी नेक्स्ट लेवल?
E13.
13 या 21? 21 भी चेक कर लो. 21 क्या आता है?
17/4.
17/4. और 13 क्या आता है? 13/4.
13/4.
हाँ. सो नेक्स्ट एनर्जी लेवल इज E13 क्योंकि नेक्स्ट एनर्जी नेक्स्ट हायर की बात करना है. सो दिस विल बी 1 स्क्वायर 3 स्क्वायर बाई 4. सो दैट विल बी कितना आ जाएगा? 13 बाई 4 E नॉट है ना. नेक्स्ट बताओ क्या होगा? 21 या 14?
E22.
या 22?
E22 सर.
E22 का क्या आ रहा है?
20/4.
20/4. और 21 का क्या आ रहा है?
21 सर 17/4.
21 का क्या आ रहा है? 17/4. सो नेक्स्ट इज इक्वल टू E21. और 14 का क्या आ रहा है?
20/4.
20/4 means 21 is the next level. That will be 4 plus 1/4. That is 17/4 E naught. What will be next level? तो यहां तक तो निकाले, आगे भी निकाल लो. बताओ what will be next level?
14.
12. E12 और 41 नहीं हो रहा है क्या? 41 का क्या आ रहा है? सॉरी 12 नहीं, 12 नहीं. E2 सॉरी 4. इसके बाद का क्या आ रहा है नेक्स्ट लेवल? 14 E14 और E22 दोनों का क्या आ रहा है? देखो तो
20/4.
दोनों का 20/4 आ रहा है. सो दिस लेवल इज व्हाट? डबली डिजेनरेट. दिस इज व्हाट? 20/4 E नॉट. सो कितने आइगन फंक्शन मिलेंगे 20/4 E नॉट के लिए? 2 आइगन फंक्शन मिलेंगे. nx is equal to 1 and ny is equal to 4 as well as nx is equal to 2 and ny is equal to 2. So there are 2 different eigenfunction you will find and which have same energy eigenvalue. So this is doubly degenerate. So this is what? Doubly degenerate. So you can see इस तरह के problems आप कैसे करोगे. There is not any rules. You have to always check विद द हिट एंड ट्रायल मेथड, और आप डिफरेंट टाइप्स के नंबर्स को आप चेक कर सकते हो। आर यू गेटिंग दिस थिंग?
यस सर।
है ना?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो इस तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगे एग्जाम में, तो इसे आप बहुत आराम से करना। दिस इज वेरी सिंपल, बट ऑलवेज you have to keep in mind ground state means lowest value of energy, first excited means next level value। और एक गलती लोग बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट में करते हैं, वो मैं ये बता रहा हूं। प्लीज यू विल नॉट राइट nx is equal to ny is equal to 1 2 3। स्मार्टनेस के चक्कर में ये मत लिख देना आप। This means you are writing nx and ny both are dependent. This is wrong. You have to write separately nx is equal to 1 2 3 and y is equal to 1 2 3 because they are independent to each other. Okay, so I will take it from there. कल के दिन में और भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स करेंगे, and if time allows then we will straightforward go to angular momentum algebra. Okay, बट पहले तो प्रॉब्लम करेंगे कल। पहले 3 डायमेंशन, पहले 2 डायमेंशन के कुछ प्रॉब्लम करेंगे, फिर 3 डायमेंशंस, फिर 2 डायमेंशन हार्मोनिक ऑसिलेटर, फिर 3 डायमेंशन हार्मोनिक ऑसिलेटर के सारे प्रॉब्लम करके फिर फाइनली वी विल गो फॉर दिस एंगुलर मोमेंटम अलजेब्रा। दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर। ओके, सो इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन जस्ट आस्क मी। थोड़ा बहुत क्लियर हो रहा है या फिर सिर्फ क्लास ही करते हो?
सर ऑल ओके सर।
ऑल ओके?
यस सर।
हाउ मेनी परसेंटेज इज ओके?
हो रहा है सर थोड़ा बहुत।
थोड़ा बहुत हो रहा है। क्योंकि मैं तो आपको कॉपी चेक नहीं कर सकता हूँ यहाँ से। सो क्या कर रहे हो नहीं कर रहे हो, ओनस इज योर, है ना? कुछ लोग सो भी जाते होगे, इजंट इट?
सर
नहीं सर।
सर मॉर्निंग बहुत
मजा आ रहा है सर।
हाँ? नींद आती है?
मजा आता है पढ़ के।
सर
नो
मॉर्निंग में
नो
बहुत
सर,
नींद
नींद
है
नहीं आती।
नहीं आती है नींद? हाँ?
सर मॉर्निंग
क्या हुआ?
नहीं सर, क्वांटम ना एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग, क्वांटम बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सा सब्जेक्ट है, पढ़ने में मजा आता है, पर कैलकुलेशन में थोड़ी सी भी गलती हो जाती है तो पूरा गया।
क्वांटम विदाउट कैलकुलेशन इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं है जी।
नहीं मतलब सब करते करते कहीं पे थोड़ा सा भी मिस्टेक हो जाता है, मतलब
मिस्टेक
जितने
तो
भी
यार
किए हैं
लाइफ
वो
का
पूरा
पार्ट
गया।
है, दैट इज नॉट बिग डील। मिस्टेक तो होगा ही, क्यों नहीं होगा? मुझसे भी होता है, आपसे भी होगा, सबसे होता है। बट क्वांटम को आप कैलकुलेशन से ही समझ सकते हो, है ना?
ये हाँ, ये तो सही है सर।
तो उसको विदाउट कैलकुलेशन आप बात कर रहे हो तो सिर्फ हवाबाजी चल रही है और कुछ नहीं है। ठीक है? सो एनीवे जस्ट ट्राई टू डू योर बेस्ट, है ना? जहां तक हो सके करते रहो, ठीक है? ओके,
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir.